What if everything you've been chasing, everything you've worried about, and everything you've built your identity on was never the final destination? And what if this life is only the introduction to something far greater? Have you ever truly stopped and asked yourself what happens after we take our last breath? Not just what you've been told, but what your soul quietly wonders when the world becomes still. Does life simply end? Or is that the moment everything finally begins? And deeper than that, is there really a soul that travels? Something within us that continues when the body grows silent and the heart takes its final beat? Or do we simply disappear into nothingness? We spend so much of our lives preparing for things that fade, careers that end, possessions that break, bodies that weaken. Yet we rarely prepare for what might be eternal. And still, deep within us, there is a longing that nothing in this world can fully satisfy, as if we were made for something beyond it. You achieve, you gain, you build, yet something still feels incomplete. And that raises a quiet but powerful question. Were we ever meant to be fulfilled here? Or is this world only a passage? Every belief system, every faith, and every ancient teaching in its own way suggests that this world is temporary. But if that is true, then what continues? What part of you remains untouched by time, unseen yet deeply felt? Something that does not age, does not break, and does not die. A soul. And if that soul truly exists, then where does it go? Does it travel beyond what we can see? Does it return to its creator? Does it wait, awaken, or transform into something we cannot yet understand? Some believe the soul journeys into eternity. Others believe it rests until a final day. Some say it faces judgment, while others believe it is embraced. But what if death is not an ending at all, but a passage? A doorway into something greater than we can comprehend. And if that is true, then the real question becomes not whether the soul exists, but where your soul is heading. Why are we capable of such deep love in a world that is so broken? Why do we long for justice in a place where injustice often prevails? And why does it feel like something is always missing, even when everything seems complete? As if our souls remember something our minds have forgotten. Faith tells us that we are not accidents, that we were created with purpose, that our lives are not random moments but meaningful steps towards something beyond this world. Yet what is that purpose? Is it simply to survive, to work, to repeat the same routine until time runs out? Or is it to prepare for where the soul will go next? Maybe the purpose of life is not found in what we accumulate, but in what we become. Because if the soul truly travels, then this life is not just existence, it is direction. Who are you when no one is watching? What do you believe when everything is uncertain? And what do you hold on to when everything else is taken away? Because one day, everything will be taken away. Titles will disappear, wealth will become irrelevant, and the body will return to dust. But if the soul continues, then what remains is who you truly are. Some believe that one day we will stand before truth itself with nothing to hide behind. No status, no excuses, only the reality of our choices and the condition of our soul. And maybe that is why life feels the way it does, with its struggles, its questions, and its moments of doubt. Not as meaningless burdens, but as invitations to seek, to grow, to believe. What if death is not the end of your story, but the moment your soul begins its journey? And if that is true, then are you ready? Or are you still living as if this world is all there is? Maybe the purpose of life is not to have all the answers, but to ask the right questions, and to search with a heart that is open, a mind that is willing, and a soul that senses there is more. And if your soul is real, and if it truly travels, then the life you are living right now is not random at all, but the very thing that is shaping where it will go next.